Bueno, ¿qué tal a todos? Bienvenidos nuevamente al canal. Estamos acá para ver la ronda 5 del YCS Dortmund 2023. Bueno, tenemos a Simone jugando Mannadium contra Benedict, que está jugando Exosister. Bueno, en 5 minutos arranca el Shifter y ese nombre de Minemorphia de Ericia. Me parece rarísimo esto que está jugando. Con eso. Es rarísimo. Exosister con cosas dinomorfias. Como... Y acá hacen especial de Sakitama. Y hace normal ahí, digo normal. Hace XZ para Caspiteles. Caspiteles trae Marta. Ok. Ambos van 4-0. Esta es la ronda 5. Ok. Especial y busca. Trae Elis. Invoca Elis. Especial. ¿Qué dice? Busca Elis, ¿no?
Yeah, he gets to set both of the trap cards from their archetypes, and yeah, seems very aggressive.
Ese es mi Pelis. Y bueno. Perfecto. Esto le trae. La Returnia. ¿No? Me parece que es ese. Trae, busca en Returnia. Se la va a setear.
We have 5 Cyberdark cards in the decks. In the deck we have Claw, Edge, and Cyberdark Realm as well. I could not find the Cyberdark Dragon in the extra deck, unfortunately. I was really looking forward to see this. So I'm more than excited to see what he's going to use those cards for, because this is just an extra normal summon that
we've sat here analyzing for a good portion of the 10 minutes leading up to this feature match, and we couldn't really figure out what exactly Ed, Claw, and Realm are synergizing with together. Feel free to let us know in the chat, but as far as we could see, it just looked basically like some sort of level 4 extended play. We're going to go up into the Magnifica here, so this is the
Magnífica.
strategy, being able to tag out on the opponent's
Es rarísimo el paso del objeto, o sea, es Exosister, pero tiene cosas Cyberdragon y cosas dinomorfias. Pasa. Un Shifter se va a jugar bastante y depende también con lo que lo interrumpa para poderlo. O sea, ese Shifter más que nada y las interrupciones que tenga. El jugador Exosista empieza con el Hero Leaves. A mí no me gusta jugar esa carta, la Prisma y el Hero Leaves. Mannadium, pero bueno. Por el momento parece que está jugando Hero, pero... Quedan 40 minutos. Es el normal de Reinhardt o Reinhardt.
Mannadium archetype does have the the lore elements to it, going between all the different planets and
a ver si puedo linkear.
Now Mannadium. The Mannadium
Si busca el Scareclaw Arrival, bien. No sé qué va a hacer con el Scareclaw Arrival, porque en cementerio no va a ir nada, pero bueno. O sea, debe ser la única carta que tiene para buscar. Ok, no más un efecto. Vanillea, ok. Vanillea normal summon. Bien. Ok, con eso lo puedo linkear. TTT, ok. ¿Qué va a hacer efecto magnífica nuevamente? Para cambiar el otro. Ok. Bien.
So he's using this preemptively, probably to just play around something like searching anything that immediately deals with monsters, and so if you tag out preemptively, it means you can chain to that rather than waiting for the actual search to complete here. But there's probably a lot of different options to go for in this scenario, and someone is just trying to think, like, what exactly can I search that's good under Shifter?
Talents. I want to read Michaelis for this one, because I want to know if it is, as we call it, hard once per turn. So if you could take it with talents, that you could also activate the effect of Michaelis.
Yeah, so I see what you're saying to skill and then, yeah, so the way it works is hard once per turn effects, once they've activated your opponent's side of the field, you are able to then use that hard once per turn effect on your side of the field. It's just a regular normal, like, kind of once per turn effect, then technically that's locked up for the turn here, so that's kind of what looks like players are debilitating right now.
Definitely good, so sounds like a good option, right?
If you're confused what hard once per turn means, it means that the card basically states that you can only use the effect of this card's name once per turn.
And the U there refers to the player, so if
ok,
you
sí, fue la TTT, error
You as a viewer
2.
as well. Oh, we're going for the talents draw too.
And that's it? No, okay, never mind. For a moment I thought you picked it up. Yeah. Wow, Brave actually going for the drone
¿Qué hace
instead.
ahora? Terraforming. Terraform para buscar el
Yeah, that's. I guess if you play enough one-offs, you will draw some of the cool ones, I suppose. Oh, there's even one of small world.
Piso al Planet.
That's great.
That's your favorite, right?
Oh,
Si no, el otro. Pero debe ser el Piso al Planet, ¿no?
Does it make it better? Okay.
What did he pick up there? Was it the Calarium or the Rhyphobia?
Calarium.
Calarium.
Okay, Calarium.
I'm way too focused on reading up cards and not paying to you guys. Okay, so
Efecto de...
no search easy right here for Simone.
Para
This is
iniciar,
already a
ok.
big pile of banished cards for Simone. You can only use that many cards in one turn.
Ese va a iniciar también.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what other options are left at this stage. Just
Setea...
Now we switch strategy even
Sí,
in
4, sí, no tengo
Will
que
we see
hacer.
that end phase frenzy potentially?
Lo cortó de
Vamos,
todo
sí.
acceso de visas, todo acceso de otra carta. Porque este igual está como visas, pero...
Use one monster from your deck and one monster from your extra deck as fusion material.
Ok, Returnia.
So we're gonna go for Returnia as well. This is gonna be another removal.
Returnia
Just working
para...
out really nicely with the search
Romper.
from the Castel initiating this whole line of Exosister plays. It's really interesting how he's managed to formulate this deck together and just have it synergize so well.
Ok, el reframing, la counter.
To,
Rompe la counter.
resolve here. Yep, there goes.
Dos. Ok,
the
Mannadium
Mannadium, track card there. The Omni negate. It's able to be searched with
Bien.
Visas Amritara.
Okay.
Is it Visas Amritara or Mannadium?
I think so. It should be Visas, yeah.
Yeah, so it's a part of a long
Efecto
combo line here, which we
nuevamente
might be able to see in this match at some point, pulled off by someone. But yeah, Mannadium is like a
Necesito,
sort of like classic style combo deck that sort of wants to go all in with 3-4 card interactions to end on multiple disruptions. Apollosa, Baron, sometimes Dissipator as well as the trap card does insulate really well against Dart Ruler. So a lot of different ways for this deck to set up, but sometimes it can struggle going second. Although you do have to
Tendrá
deck doesn't
contra-
struggle under Dimension Shifter.
Ok, permas.
That is not wrong.
Gotcha there. Okay, so now we are having the impermanence down the mechanism.
Okay.
This actually pressures Benedict to activate the frenzy already because it is in the same column. Keep in mind, if the frenzy is activated after the impermanence in the same chain still, then you can activate it and it's not going to be negated.
Bien.
Yeah,
Chain.
Activó la
exactly. That is indeed how we link our chains.
trampa de los...
Perhaps we might be unchaining at some
Amor.
point as well.
Did we have Unchained on stream so far?
No, we're saving them. We're saving them.
Ok, 33 minutos
Okay,
está
so
quedando.
the frenzy is activated in response here. Just wait to see if someone has anything to do with that. Doesn't look like it, so we do get to send from the deck here, and it means that we can put out that super large Rex turn.
Wasn't it?
Ok.
Only your opponent main phase that you use
No.
frenzy?
Ah, correct. Yes, it is in fact
Okay.
phase.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
So I think they'll catch you
No
then.
puedo
Just,
activar
yeah, so
eso,
it
lo
looks
voy a
like
hacer en el
Benedict has
turno
reset
del
card there, so
oponente.
Imperm resolves, that calm's negated, won't be able to use it.
Ok, no sabía.
I mean, what I would have liked to see is
Claro,
just
sí,
not
esa
activating
carta,
go for
la
the suicide.
sí, es
Oh,
el
yeah.
turno del oponente. La main phase.
Now it doesn't matter anymore, but we've also lost to Imper.
Yeah, that's a point.
Mega presión, pasa
Realistically, I
battle, le
don't know if
pega.
Benedict particularly focuses on OTKing. I want to say it's a control deck based on the Dynamorphia Exosister synergies, but I mean, those options are there available to you, so looks like we're just going to set and pass. And
4000.
low on resources, only one card in hand, we'll be drawing one,
1200,
but
¿por qué
you
tienes
just gotta wonder if maybe it's too little too late now.
Ah,
Getting a lot
porque
of
tiene que
cards
pagar
ready
por
to
la
get
ayuda
your
de
going.
Exosister.
Now that the shifter has...
Oh, we're picking up the deck. This
now
big
we are
pile
picking it up.
that has no material is apparently way too strong for
¿Y
Simone.
cuánto pegaba esto?
There's also
Pues le quedaba
always the
4000.
threat of having a Cyberdark normal summoned into
Eso
your
es que
face.
tiene
Don't
aparte
really
de
want
jugar el
that.
Absolutely,
paquete.
and we haven't seen that yet in action, so it was an impressive opening. And alright,
Quiero
but
ese
what do you guys
Mannadium,
think?
a mí no
They
me
might break,
gusta,
so I
tiene
guess
que
from
pagar
Simone, I
4000
mean, they're both probably
puntos
just
de
adapt.
Para poder... Pero eso no sé. Yo al menos con lo que
I
he
think as a
testeado
general rule of thumb,
Mannadium
when
no...
you come to an event, you don't
no le
really
veo
want to be, at least this
necesario.
format, being in the position where you're so reliant on Droll and Lockbird, which is one of the most devastating hand traps in the game. And what I've noticed is Droll is in basically everyone's main or side.
Which makes you also
A
wonder
ver,
if
¿qué
that's the reason why these
pasa acá?
Labyrinth, Dynamorphia decks, and so on are actually being quite successful right now. So.
Yeah, I mean, if you can just not really...
Y nuevamente
feel
empieza con el
stop
Hero Leaves.
searching, you're going to be in a really good position
4000.
to make a lot of their side deck cards dead. But generally,
Otra
you know,
vez.
having a protection from hand traps and disruption is a really good strategy to set 5, right? So someone's going to start off here with Hero Lives. Going
Yeah,
for that
he's-
Prisma Place.
Ok,
Actually,
pasar por eso.
He's gonna keep the green light,
okay.
but there's Dimension Shifter. No hero plays here.
Simone is smiling at the camera, he knows that this is
Well,
quite tough.
You
Short
didn't have
shifter
to bother
nomás.
him. You really needed to do that, didn't you, Leo?
I'm
I mean,
so
to be fair,
sorry.
Nandi
Dos
did
veces
mention
shifter.
resolving it this time, so you also both got a chance there. But I guess that's
Okay.
sometimes how it goes. And yeah,
For Simone. All right, so
I like that Simone asked his opponent if he could activate his card.
fair enough.
okay, so the Hero Lives is definitely the grave because the shifter was used on summon of the Prisma. Not that it's going to make too much difference. I think that's the Obsession being used.
Obsession para romper.
Yeah, so the Mannadium Obsession, because
Mhm.
we have already activated Prisma. I think that's what we're clarifying with the judge. Let me just double check.
Did not activate Prisma, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Con-
he's going to destroy it instead, get the peaceful planet.
So
from that planet.
planet, Seal Vanish,
Yeah, sure. So just destroy a
Obsession.
monster and
Yep.
then add Calarium.
Exactly.
Ok.
And that is exactly what happens. Now we are not in danger of the Lockbird anymore because this
Traizas,
card has
Mannadium.
been discarded to the graveyard
Room
for
Heart,
cost. This is
okay.
why it's not going to be able to resolve, and now we're adding a Ream Heart right here.
Small consolation price, we'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can
So
still
sure.
do some pretty neat combos just with a single Ream Heart, but the issue is this graveyard is now switched off here, so we'll have to see if we can do anything through this. Typically, Ream Heart gets you into the
Efecto va a traer la bolita, ¿no?
position line, but we've gone around it the opposite way, so let's see if someone can figure out some sort of maybe
estoy
combo, shall we say, to
pensando.
set up here while under shifter.
Una bolita, sí. Veo ahí nivel 2. Pero es
kind of
Mic,
smiling, like,
creo
he's
que es.
really put on his thinking hat, and I think that
Bajo
he's going to
Mic.
tinker out a little combo.
Hace
Yeah,
especie
I mean,
de
like,
Mic.
stop Benedict in his tracks really early, like just a
Está
Baroque, and
perfecto,
sometimes
está
enough
bien.
for those slow decks to just stop the
Porque
first
solo
one.
no hay
Yeah,
turno en el
it's
cementerio ni
just
nada.
when you've only got like a set or so, it's pretty rough.
He does have devices.
Ahí tiene esa
Yeah, so
mano,
at least
rompe.
the consolation here is
Bien.
that while the graveyard
Ok,
is
acá está
off,
Sevaroni.
the other Mannadium when they're destroyed by
Sevaroni,
Battle, they do still
efecto,
trigger you when
efecto.
banished.
Eso le va a traer el mic que se rompió, el Calarium, y cadena va a hacer el mic volver. Y va a ver el otro mic nivel 4.
So this is actually looking cute right now. We have 4 monsters on the field after this resolves. 2 of them are meek.
Yeah, meek brings itself back, flows into another copy of itself. We've got Visas.
Una es 4 y otra es 2.
Deck here with the Scare Claw package, but I don't think we're gonna be able to really do that under shifter. But yeah, I mean, you can still do something.
I think this is Gachi Tetsu Pass, right?
I mean, that would be something.
All the monsters for 400 attack and defense point. That's insane.
You've been around. Yeah, so I think you're probably gonna try to go into Amritara as well, which is the synchro monster that allows you to get the counter trap.
Okay.
So that's something that we can also try and go for here. There's also level modulation.
4, 6.
Different line as well, depending
Pero es 4, 8
sure.
Va a ser Amritara.
So let me read up on me.
Parece, ¿no?
Modulate the level.
A no ser que esté jugando el
up the level by
sincronizo.
from the deck. I think that was the one.
Pero se pide...
is definitely not a tuner, so you can just go for.
Sí, Axel.
That is really interesting. We're going for the Axel synchro while there is no monster in the graveyard.
¿Por qué? Ok, el Axel.
Okay. I mean, I guess, yeah.
Pero ¿por qué Baroni así?
No, he doesn't have to be... Okay. This better line.
Ok.
I mean, there are plenty of banished monsters.
Yeah.
Y Pater trae el nivel 4.
Good interruption on the opponent's turn as well, just because our opponent has banished a lot of our own cards here. At an absolute minimum, we can use the effect
Pater trae nivel 4 y con eso se Baroni.
Gets any of his own cards banished on his own turn when he tries to play. You can also use it to negate an effect, so a little bit of diversity there if we can get lights and darks banished. Brings back
puede ser Baroni, ahora sí.
And that is a potential level 10 as well here.
Yep. Impressive stuff through a shifter. Yeah.
Bien.
It is something. It's not too bad of an end field. It's considered just how devastating this can feel. There's a pass turn here.
Okay.
Now Benedict will have to find a way to play through this. I mean, he also cited other cards that are strong going second, but I think those were mostly he is running a...
But there's an evenly match to start things off and just force out. Let's see if there's a second copy once this Baron will negate it. If he does negate it.
Yeah, I was going to say there's a couple of decision trees you want to maybe think through here, because while you can Baron Protect, you're essentially just trading Baron for keeping a Dissipator, or rather you could just remove your Baron. Main problem I'm considering here is Thrust. So if you do choose to negate here, you are risking hitting something like that.
What if you keep the Baron?
Yeah, that's actually what he should do. So Simone does read that potentially a Thrust play could come down, so hoping that a Omni negate will be enough.
Oh,
perfect line from Simone. Caster approved as well. He keeps the Baron. Now has the aggressive effect of popping a card on his own turn as well against just one set. What a coincidence. It's just one card that you have to pop.
Unless it's Waking the Dragon, I think this will feel pretty good.
I mean, that you can
yeah, I guess. Back row here. No chain.
Okay. So it seems like Simone played it really well by deciding to keep that Baron.
I'm just curious to see if there was actually a Thrust in hand there, sort of contributing to maybe a brick of sorts by Benedict. That's the thing with something like Talents and Thrust. They're either the best cards ever or the worst cards ever. That's what it feels like.
El juego Mannadium ahí estuvo bastante bien. Otra de Shifter. Interesante.
I think there's just so much consistency in Benedict's list that when you play like 3 different engines, I think you're more than likely to draw one of them, coupled with 9 blowout floodgates, as well as the prosperity. You just have so much access to basically instant win buttons that can really win you the game here, and I guess we'll find out just exactly if that's what's going to play out here as Benedict.
Beginning with Martha.
Prosperity is such a fantastic card, especially after siding, because it really ups your chances to draw into those also powerful side deck cards.
Hear me out.
Okay, let's go.
We got a Prosperity.
Oh no, it's the best pot card ever made. Even better than Pot of Greed.
100% agree. 100% agree.
But we see an Ash Blossom.
That version is pretty strong against Martha, but there's so many different engines that Benedict can pull out with the stops here to deal with that.
Summon de Martha.
Martha, evil Exosister players be
Martha.
Yeah, you might actually finally see it.
Come on, hit us with the realm. I see packs.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
I
think he's drawn way too many Exosister cards, right? Because like typically you just want to open like a 1 Martha and that kind of gets you to the rest of them.
Yeah.
So Simone could be a little bit fortunate here, maybe.
Typically you really want to have the Cyberdark realm in your end.
Yeah,
or Claw,
yes,
maybe, I don't know.
Yes, you are correct. He will be ending on Cyber Darkness Dragon. I promise you.
Okay, ese
Thank you.
Booster Pack. ¿Qué le va a buscar, no? Exosister, ok. Marta, otro Marta.
Seems like Benedict really enjoys playing Martha.
Yeah, best star card in the entire archetype. It's
se pese creo que la Marta.
One card combo with a bunch of defensive cards backing up here.
Acá va a ser Makailis.
Any responses here? And all of the hand traps
Acá
you can play.
Makailis.
In Mannadium, typically in combo decks, you do just have like blowouts, like go second, Dart Rulers of the books, something like that can really help you out. So
Returnian,
I think sometimes I can be quite underwhelming in a format where Thrust is quite popular.
Yeah, but I think that's the genius right here, because people are playing around Thrust. People are cutting on Ash Blossoms going second after siding, because they know, hey, there are like these 5 talent cards. So the players with the talent cards, they are starting to side on those cards because they know there aren't many hand traps. And now look at this.
4-dimensional chess, exactly. Like I see it.
Always be 1 step ahead. If you're 2 steps ahead, you're gonna lose. But 1 step ahead is just like the perfect amount of steps.
So if you're 1 step ahead,
that's just basic Yu-Gi-Oh! Let's know blue eyes.
La movió con...
here to search, and
no,
going to give us the Returnia, I think.
Esa puerta no sirve por eso inició.
Benedict is Martha's strongest soldier. I really respect it.
Ok, otra Marta.
This one card is amazing.
Tercer Marta. Bien.
Okay, so here is Magnifica.
Y acá Magnifica.
Last turn here. Will we also have Frenzy?
Va a setear 1, 2.
2 set cards.
This looks like it's the really solid Cyberdark opening.
Returnia dijimos y la otra no
At this point, I'm
sabemos.
convinced it's a deckless error.
Okay.
I hope it's not.
No sé qué se haya visto, pero yo no llegué a verlo.
Alright, Simone is going to have 5 cards here to deal with this opening. And
Otra vez la carta es... Bueno, ok, es una magia.
I came up with a perfect pun for the card 2 games ago and I forgot about it.
Akira lives?
I'll try later again.
Okay.
Esta es Returnia,
my question is, do you think the third plasma is like the one that resolves, or?
I mean, the third one is the one that
es una magia, creo que una magia, sí.
No shifter here, will we be banishing it on someone potentially?
Third time's the hero's shot.
First time's the show, yeah.
Let's see. Half your life points.
I'm skeptical that it will.
No shifter, puedo jugar sin shifter de turno.
Wow, synergy.
Yeah, so like typically you want to have significantly less life points than your opponents because it creates a deficit with Rexstorm or Kentradina, I think. But I'm not even convinced to play Dynamorphia cards. I think that frenzy that was set last game was just a bluff.
And there goes the third Prisma. 3 times in a row, Hero leaves is open. Not once. That was
Prisma can't catch a break.
Yeah. Give the guy a break.
Also, it's one up, so it's always the same Prisma.
Yeah, it's always the poor guy, yeah.
Alright, Magnifica is still sitting strong there. Returnia, also a fantastic removal.
Interesting that we're reading the materials of Magnifica.
Yeah, okay.
Probably trying to see like if there's any bonus effects and influences on this.
Yeah, you could switch out, so I guess.
It's not a Zodiac.
Pensando, a ver qué hace.
I wish.
Marcelo remembers that card.
I wish.
Why does
Los cimientos están quedando.
I don't know. Did you win a tournament or something?
Todavía.
Okay,
No, está ahí como. Mira, justo. Chata perdiendo por vida.
Okay, Colarium is a nice little follow up there. That's the role of the deck. You can get YCS.
So 3 cards in hand now, after Colarium's 4 again.
Yeah, it's not looking too bad here. This is still anyone's game to play. In response, we're going to use the Magnifica.
Magnífica.
At this point, it feels like Benedict is just throwing interruptions at the first thing that he's countering.
that sometimes works.
Yeah.
You don't have to like spreadsheet and think about like, you know, under this portion or this line of play you can stop this choke point. Sometimes you just activate your cards.
Sometimes, but not all the time.
Exactly. And then your opponent runs out of gas.
Never once in my life ever used this spreadsheet. You heard it.
Oh, and there is the triple tactics for us, which is looking fantastic now. Simon has his game face on, staring down his opponent and now just casually going through his deck, finding a possible talents or Raigeki or Harpy's Feather Dust or everything basically.
Is he signing at least more copies or is it still the one?
He's signing second.
Okay. Feel better about it.
So 1 and 1 into 2 thrust. Okay, that's fair. I mean, part 1's return. I guess maybe you don't want to draw them too often in tandem with each other. So yeah, I mean, it must be said. Thrust is definitely a highlight of the format, right?
Yeah. For sure. I mean, it's. I think very few cards have similar deck building impact. I feel like, you know, one that was probably the extra deck where, you know, every deck had to it, and Thrust really has developed that deck building aspect of it. And yeah, we are still going for that talent. Makes sense.
I mean, you don't have anything on your field, so you can just simply take the place with it later on and just get rid of the banish effect.
Is he on Zeus?
I don't think so.
Is in fact not on Zeus, but he has some link monsters.
Fair enough.
Yeah, crush heap I see there. You're hovering over that. That's part of the combo, but
okay,
we'll see if you actually get to that point.
So
yeah, he does go for the talents take because it's just the easiest 1-for-1 trade for the disruption here, and you can hopefully try keep going.
I think he can banish this card as well.
Okay.
And he goes to banish the Hero leaves just to even send a further message to that Prisma.
I might not win this game, but this Prisma is not going to have a good time here.
Como control activa su efecto. Bien.
So the question now is, can you banish face down spell trap cards with Michaelis?
There it goes for everybody to check. You can target indeed.
Frenzy is changed to this now. We are going to see if this Frenzy was just a bluff before. I think we're going to see a powerful fusion summon here, and this might change the game.
Yeah, we didn't get to see it in action.
Indeed
in his opponent phase, so we get to resolve it, and he's also going to pay half of his life points.
These fusion spells, I suppose, in a way, but these effective fusion summon, I mean, these cards just keep getting stronger and stronger. I thought we need that rapid fusion, but we have a trap card that summons a skill drain on the opponent's turn here. So that's going to be pretty good. Rexstorm is one of the most important parts of the Dynamorphia strategy.
You heard it here first. Dynamorphia Frenzy is better than Branded Fusion.
I said what I said.
Okay.
I love that with those rogue decks that have really powerful boss monsters. You can see the reactions of players' faces when they try to grab the card and start reading it, and they're like, oh, this is trouble. I did not expect this.
Muy difícil jugarle esa fusión.
It is a pretty good card, to be fair, yeah.
So your opponent can't activate effects of monsters they control that have an attack greater than or equal to your life points. So Benedict's on 32 right now, which means someone can't use monsters that are 32 or higher, which shouldn't be too much of an issue because we do have a bonus effect of Rexstorm, which is pay half your life, and then the attack of monsters your opponent controls become equal to your life. So we can divide by 2 on the 32 here and prevent those from being used. This is a decent start here with a normal summon Meek plus Ringheart. Meek triggers to special summon a copy of itself as well as Ring can get a copy of a spell here.
En cualquier momento activa el efecto.
So even if you're halving your life points, it's still going to resolve.
Yeah, exactly. Although Rexstorm is a bit of a nuisance to get through. It's huge, and generally you want to, like, I don't know, maybe try pop with the Baron or something, but obviously that's just not going to be able to work under Rexstorm.
Yeah, but you need to be careful because it says they cannot activate the effect. So if you wait for the effect and you change the card, that effect still resolves. So, you know, you need to pay attention to that when you're playing the Rexstorm.
Yeah, similar to the way that Dweller works, but I guess the Dynamorphia version of such.
Yeah, and if you can add his cheering in the background with this, you know, Rex, huge dinosaur monster on the field.
Okay, ahora
some representation is important for our fallen Dino heroes.
El efecto del Rex.
Have any of you read Mist at all?
I have read Mist. There's all kinds of different effects. 2, in fact.
Exactly.
Alright, so now we're in kind of a stalemate right now. We're just as Simone analyzing the state of the game right now, as there is now a Rexstorm on the field, and we're summoning. Oh, that is, I suppose, the Torrid.
No, no.
Torrid, yeah?
Torrid? Sí, está bien, pueden hasta el campo. Ok.
The one with the
Más que nada. Torrid y Mix en el campo.
I'm learning architecture today.
Podría ser.
It's just a building.
Sí.
There's
un Plitara. Ok. Un Plitara para buscar la counter. O no creo que vaya a sacar el counter, ¿no? O sí.
Simona goes to grab his deck, and he's going to get another special card.
La verdad, lindo paso, Mannadium. Lindo paso.
25, so you can resolve it. I'm just wondering why we didn't use the other effect of Rexterm.
It's the same issue that either you use it right away, preemptively, or if you change it to the effect, the effect still resolves. So basically, you need to use it.
Oh, yeah. But why didn't we?
Good question. Well, I guess he's still fearing that there was something else.
No, trae el campo.
Phobia is really good right now, and I'm wondering why the Amitara wasn't in a defense position.
Oh, we're going for game at some point, that's why.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, don't forget about the second effect of Frenzy.
Sí.
So that does not work out that way. Okay, you can banish Frenzy from the graveyard if you're about to take damage.
Okay, claro.
Yeah, all the Dynamo is protect yourself from being burned. Pretty much the logic is that if you're going to be at, like, 17 life points, actual real numbers, that you can use then your opponent can theoretically just go Ukazi. Not very popular right now, but a couple of decks have burns in them, and so it's just a nice little defensive way to protect yourself from that. Plus the Mannadium floating into themselves, getting searches. Getting another copy of itself. We have tuners, we have modulation, we've got the whole Scareclaw line remaining as well if we want to, so Simone's in a really good position here.
Yeah, and Simone, as you might notice from the clock increasing, has been issued as low play warning, so we got 3 minutes extension, as there are about 6 minutes and a half remaining in the round.
So warning is being read right now. You have 3 defense position monsters on the entire field, not only on your field.
Simone, pero... O sea, acá no se nota porque estaba atentado, quedan 6 minutos.
Is there any protection effect? We are now reading the other fusion monsters still that was sent to the graveyard, but no, Rexterm is going to be sent to the graveyard, and it is triggering.
Yeah, Threadzia gets to come back here when a dinosaur's destroyed, so that gets to float, potentially set another card here, but it's a really commanding position here from Simona despite having to deal with Rexterm and all the different Exosister disruptions we've got being unloaded there. It's also pretty tight on time, 25 minutes remaining. Softly warning was issued, but is ahead currently, Simone, and
bueno, está chico.
Yeah, too bad as you mentioned, maybe if you use the Rex
joder, ya va. Va a hacerlo, linkea, bien. Perfecto, pues traes el otro. Ah, no. Va a ser la cabrita.
We were talking about it. He found something for the Michaelis.
Yeah, so the yeah, that's a good use there. Really cool interaction you can do here with Cross Sheep because it has one of the more powerful effects of Cross Sheep is when you summon a fusion.
Como visas, claro,
and Visas Astral Out is something you can actually contact into from your graveyard.
Oh, sí, lo puede hacer ahora ya, ¿no?
At some point here by Simona.
You were talking about great fusion cards, but what about fusion that summons itself by banishing cards from the graveyard without even having to do anything? Now we have the Apollosa.
Pelusa,
pero
no
we're actually going to
tenés.
link up into the Apollosa with the Cross Sheep using the effect here.
Yeah, you might find a way to just
Okay,
Va a
now
ser
we're
ahora.
making the
¿Y
Astral
por qué no lo
Out.
hizo después?
This is it, right?
This is looking really good for Simona. Astral Out is popping the Threadzia.
Ok, sí, sí.
Simona
Ahí
wins this one.
Ahí está.
Plays through the craziest deck we have seen this weekend so far.
Muy bien jugado por
there is,
Mannadium.
Simona has
Estuvo
managed to
bastante lindo el duelo, la verdad. Me gusta ver jugar Mannadium. Es bastante interesante todos los comps que hace. Como eso que a mí me gusta pila. Y lo entiendo por lo menos un poco más que los demás. Y estuvo lindo ver también el Exosister. Y medio extraño con cosas sinomorfias, pero bueno. Bueno, eso fue todo por la ronda 5 de este YCS Dortmund 2023. Espero que les haya gustado y hasta el próximo video se viene la ronda 6.